Hi, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And this is the Carrie and Dee Dee Show.
Hello.
So, we are overwhelmed by the response that we've gotten from you guys. And we are so
shocked.
Shocked, yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah, because,
shocked.
Because we didn't know that, like, this community was there. I mean, we're a straight couple, 7 kids. We've been together 14 years. We, you know how you grow up and you see the one kid in school or the one kid in the neighborhood who.
I'm listening.
Oh,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
But you see the one kid or the one kid in school or in the neighborhood who comes to school and he is in full garb. He's no longer dressing like the guys. He's dressing like the girls, and everybody. I grew up in the hood like everybody else, so he was like, "Now look at him," and you're wondering. It took me to get this old to realize older, not old, to realize that there was nothing wrong with him.
Right.
It was something that was inside of him that was telling him, "I'm not like y'all. I don't fit in." So it's interesting reading the comments and much love in all the comments. I don't think there was one sour comment that came through it. It actually made us more interested in finding out
definitely
that there's a whole nother world. And
right.
Because first off, we didn't think that gay and transgender were any different, but
right.
It caused us to go and look and do a little research, and we like to ask, what,
like, is there a real difference between being gay and transgender? That's another question. Is there a real difference between being gay and being a transsexual?
Oh! Before we do that, we gotta thank Diamond from the No
Diamond. Oh my gosh. You were just so gracious, and we love your video response, your response to our video. We were not expecting it. And secretly, we've watched your videos. We've watched your videos before.
Didn't know.
I have to say, oh my gosh, you are gorgeous. I'm like, she's so pretty. Like, I was shocked. I was shocked to get the video response first. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm screaming like, oh my God.
Yeah, she was screaming her head off like,
She sent us a video response. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. But I was really shocked first off, and it was, kind of exciting actually to just get some. We didn't think that we would get the responses we got because we, are far from, what you guys experience and the things that you go through, because we're not, we're obviously, straight.
Yeah, we're
married, we have kids, so we didn't think that, that you guys would actually accept us, kind of trying to figure out, or just get some information on what you go through.
Yeah, and I thank God for this YouTube thing, because you don't
hear about the topic first off.
If we had information, people wouldn't actually do the things that do, because I really think love is the same.
Yes, it is.
And I'm really trying to put it all together, but because a normal day in the world is like, you see this guy, and this guy. This guy's gay, and this guy is different. I wouldn't say.
Well, that's the way people perceive it, and
nobody ever goes up and talk to him because of the stigma.
Right.
If you go and talk to this guy, then in the male world, y'all know that birds of a feather flock together.
They assume that you are either gay or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Interested.
But it's just kind of weird. It's like, we don't look at it that way. We treat people the way we want to be treated. It doesn't matter what color you are, whether you're a man, whether you're transgender, whether you're, it doesn't matter. You're still a human being. Yeah. So I think That's the point.
Yeah, except for you being an asshole, because being an asshole is just a whole nother vibe. that's just a whole nother vibe. You know, it's
or
like,
if just somebody
yeah,
just be
because if you're being an asshole, it doesn't matter
Well,
whether you're straight,
right. It don't matter about
LGBT.
that
It's just
anyway.
you're a fucking
Yeah.
asshole, and that's
If you
about
just
it.
yeah.
And that's as far as we're gonna go with this, because
Exactly.
you might get fucked up. But outside, outside of that, but we're just so glad for all the responses we got, and and also we've learned that from one comment where it's not lying, it's being upfront. And sorry,
It's just very interesting.
it's
you know?
very
It's
interesting
just,
because
I think
it's like we're still treading on water.
There's still, I think, a lot of people need to become more aware of what it's really about, and really get an understanding of what you guys go through and the whole process of it, because we just the whole process of going from either male to female is just a whole nother thing that I think a lot of people don't realize, the whole process of it, or going from, did I say male to female, or from female to male? That's another thing that kind of, kind of shocked me as well. Just the whole process. It's a lot of things that us as straight people are, don't realize. We don't realize, what it takes, and how you feel, and the mental aspect of it. It's just, you look at somebody and you just see, oh, that's a man trying to be a woman, or a woman trying to be a man, and oh, that's just, oh gosh, you don't understand what that person is going through. So it's good to kind of get a better understanding of what somebody else is going through. Not just looking at yourself.
Too.
Yes, we're all human.
I mean, because
we're all human. So.
I remember listening to an interview with from YouTube where this guy was asking, well, why I do this, and the transgender person said, do you think this is something that I want to do? And I didn't get it. I really didn't at first, and then I went back and I kind of understood. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want this. It would be easier for you to just, say, okay, I'll just try my best to be a man or a woman, because that's what my gender, that's, my...
Because that's what I was born as, and that's what I have to
the world, I was born as a man, or to the world, I was born as a woman, and I can just do that. But this person really seemed like they wanted to kill themselves. If it seemed like a real issue, if I have to live like this, well, if she or he had to live like this, that they would just rather be dead.
See, my thing is this. You're not in a person's body. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're experiencing. Just like we may experience things. Nobody's in my body. Okay. Scratch that. But you're not in my brain. You don't know what, I'm feeling, the things I'm going through. So it's hard for somebody else to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, or how you feel, or what is, you can just do this. It's to me, it's ultimately up to you. It's your choice. It's how you feel. Is what you want to do. You have to be who you feel you need to be. Like I say, we don't fully we try to be as cautious with the words we use, because we don't want to offend anybody. We're not trying to do that at all. We just
and then I know y'all will get us together.
We're not trying to offend anybody. So if we say something and it sounds like, because I know some people are very sensitive, and that's not what we're trying to do at all. We just that's why we want to learn more about it, and we can. The more we learn, the more we can speak on it, and then other people can hopefully get a better understanding of it themselves. So it won't be so, so people won't be so critical towards others. It's just not right. It's not fair. And it's a lot of craziness that go on, and, with people killing people and all kind of crazy things, and just making bad remarks and just treating people crazy because of your life, and because you choose or feel a certain way about your life. That's your life. You have to live your life for you. You can't worry about what other people say. But at the same time, it would be kind of nice if people weren't so judgmental or harsh, because I know I wouldn't want to be, stand for something and believe something and have other people just come and, knock on me. I wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't want
that. So that's
either.
the way we look at
it.
But
I'll add this, and I guess, this is just from the male side of it.
Perspective.
I would advise, because I read a lot of the comments where it did seem like violence is big in this, and I'm not one to tell somebody to go out and fight somebody or whatever, but get into class to learn how to fight. I tell that to my daughters. My wife will tell you. I tell my daughters, I'm putting you in karate because anybody, jump on you, a man or whatever, I want you to be able to protect yourself at least a little bit, enough to get away. Because there's no reason to stand somewhere and be somebody's whooping post. So I would say, with all this violence that's in y'all community, especially against men who never bothered to ask you in the first place, whether you were
transgender or
transsexual or then you need to learn how to defend yourself just enough to get away and not be part of somebody's I'm gonna feel good about myself because I beat this person. No, you're like, no, bitch. You got beat.
But you know what?
I kicked your fucking ass.
I think these girls probably got that down. I
hope so.
I think these girls know.
You feel protective of people because you don't want to see people get their ass whooped.
I think they know what to
do. but that's a question. That's a question that I had thought of. Is it better that the person that you're talking to asks you up front? Because I know women probably wouldn't want to, hear that. But would that be a question that you would respect for somebody to say, hey, no offense, but just want to know that if you were a transgender person, or are you a
So I would assume if the person asked them first, they would answer.
Yeah, because one comment said that sometimes she only gets to date creeps and
and then I guess it could be scary, if they ask and why they asking. There's some crazy.
But if you learn how to whip somebody's ass.
But there's some crazy people out there. You know what? I understood why. Based on some of the comments, I had to think, and I understood why it might not be a good idea to just tell somebody right, like as soon as you meet them. That made a lot of sense. Okay, because as soon as I meet somebody, I'm not telling them everything about me.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you my whole.
I'm not telling you my whole life, nothing. When we in the first date, so it wouldn't make it. Don't seem like a good idea to tell somebody like as soon as you meet them. At least fill it out and see if this is somebody you want to see again, and then like you maybe like after a couple of dates or whatever.
Maybe like
but not instantly.
It depends on the setting, maybe, because it's like if I'm meeting you in a bar, I'm not going to tell you right here. But if I meet you in a grocery store or
that don't make it
or
I don't know.
Place,
but I think it's up to the person. However you feel, if you feel comfortable about it, it's not the same for everybody. Yeah. So so that's that. But
all right, but we want to thank Diamond
so much. I mean,
and just going back and checking out your video and open up the door and made us,
it did.
Realize that the world is not what we just think it is.
It's not.
It's a little bit more intricate than, mommy and daddy and the children, and then you raise the children and kick them out the house.
But then I have to say, it's person specific.
Yes.
It's your life. Whatever you choose for your life, that's your choice for your life. Your choice may not be our choice. But the whole thing about it is you got to respect other people's choices and respect other people's lives. And you can't, somebody might say, hey, what we do, that's crazy. I would never do that. But then that's not for you. What's for you is for you. What's for somebody else is for somebody else. But I think as a whole, people need to learn how to respect other people's decisions and not, just respect a person. If you can't, if there's nothing more, you got to give a person respect, the respect that you would want for yourself. So that's how I feel about it. And I think if people as a whole can do that, it'll be a much better place. Yeah. And, it's
just respect everybody's
yes, just respect. It's your life, it's your choice.
If you're not interested in what I'm doing, then you don't have any reason to be like that coach did. You don't have any reason to just be trampling on me. That. If you don't do what I do, then maybe I don't do what you do.
Right.
It's just like Eddie Long. He's having seminars on stop being gay, but all the while he has these young men that he's, having relationships allegedly with. So I think, like my wife was saying, you just have to respect everybody.
It's about respect. You can respect the person.
Because I've been in some places, dark as I am, I've been in some places where people just looking at me funny because I'm black.
Because you're black.
And then standing next to one of my kids, you would think, oh, damn, those are not his kids. But, but I get it. I get it. Yet, I still need help understanding it. Because there are still some things that, that I just don't understand because I am not transgender.
Right.
But
it's been interesting. And it's like, we didn't expect to get as many comments as we did get, but we really appreciated the comments. And it was very interesting.
And I hope that this opens up a dialogue for other people to.
Yeah, definitely.
To just.
To talk about it.
You don't have to.
And learn about it instead of being ignorant about it.
It's not like saying, oh, I'm a white person, I'm just going to talk to some black people. No, it's like if you're around somebody that seems to be friendly toward you, then it's best to ask questions as opposed to just assume things. Because assumptions
and spouting out negativity, because that's what people do.
Especially in our kids, because we have, like I said on the last video, we have a big family. Yeah. And I don't want my kids to be exposed to that kind of stuff because somebody's ignorant.
Right. Ignorance is just it's uncalled for. I mean, you don't have to, put hatred and whatever else is thrown out there toward people, because that's just that don't make any sense. From the stuff that I
saw and I read and everything, we ordered that book that we were told to order. From that stuff alone, you guys have enough issues within yourself to be dealing with somebody else's outside bullshit.
And it's hard for other, for them to understand. And a lot of times people don't want to try to understand. They don't care. They're just, oh, whatever, that's a, faggot, or that's a gay person, or this and that. That's not right.
The she-male and stuff.
Right, just that is just the sad part about it. I think that's the sad part about it. And I think, instead of doing that, educating yourself on not just getting to know other people's, situations can make it easier for people to communicate and stop, just throwing shade and just negativity. You can learn something. You can always learn something from somebody else. And when you realize what other people are going through and the things what they're going through, you can have empathy. Not sympathy, but empathy for what they're going through. You can understand it and not be so mean and hateful towards other folks for no reason, really. Because, like I say, everybody, you got to live your own life. You got to be who you want to be. And that's your choice. You have free will to choose what you want to do with your life. It's nobody else's business, really. So that's how I feel about that. But we really appreciate all the comments, all the love, because that's what I get from it. And it's just, it's just a good thing. And it's a topic that I think needs to be more discussed, and to get y'all's perspective. I don't know how that sounds, but get your perspective on where you're coming from, so we and other people can get a better understanding of it,
Yeah, and we can be more kind to each other as opposed to just wilding out on somebody just because you've been having a bad day or a bad life, and you see somebody else and like, oh, look at this, I'm just gonna let this person have it, and
because that happens,
and that could be the nicest person in the world. You never know who could be your friend, who could see you down, or it's just it's been amazing, and we want to thank you guys for it.
And it's one other person sent us a long message.
Wildfire
156.
156.
Yeah, we read that, and we listened to what you had to say, and it would be kind of interesting to actually talk and get some more information about the whole thing. That would be cool. But
the whole community.
Yeah, just to learn more about it, because we don't know a whole lot, but because the only things we've heard were like negative things, not even a whole lot.
Like in church,
not even right. That is just wrong, and you never get to talk to the actual people and get a perspective from their view.
Yeah.
It's always just, negative. But,
it's like being Democrat and Republican. We don't agree with each other.
Right.
But we do respect each other enough to come to the table and talk.
Exactly. So that's what that's about. But girl, I have to say again, Diamond, you are gorgeous. I just have to say that.
Whatever my wife said.
I just have to say it. You really are. A lot of y'all, like, girls, y'all made me have to step up my game because y'all be
you should have seen her there.
Y'all be rocking it. Y'all be rocking it. I gotta see. So, I had to.
No, I'm doing a song called "Love Is the Same." If anybody has wedding pictures or union pictures or anything you want to send to us, and I'll do a picture collage video of it. And,
that's cool.
Yeah, we can all. So it's like everybody can be a part of it. So you guys have a good one, and thank you for watching. And
thank you so
much for coming to our channel and checking us out. We love you.
Peace.